Crispy, if you've ever had any fears about this podcast not reaching out and affecting people and changing the way they think, I've got a story for you today.
Yeah?
My mum was just doing a little bit of sorting around the house. She was moving a few things around, and at one point when I heard her put something down in the background, I just heard her go, "Okay." And I went, "Mum, what was that?" And she stopped and went, "What have you two done to me?" Because she's only heard it on the podcast, so I'm just saying, we've had an effect.
Wow.
Even if it's through our silly little memes, we have an effect on people.
Wow.
And I just think that's something special, man.
Mother Red Arch Alive is our #1 fan.
She is. She's a very big fan of this podcast. She listens every Tuesday morning.
And what does she think of Series 7?
I think she likes this because she's a very big Matt Smith enjoyer.
Okay. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to close off the Matt Smith era in our Doctor Who tier list series. But as always, we start by rolling the intro.
Hello and welcome back to Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast. My name is Crispy, his name is Troy, and we're the hotline that accepts your calls throughout anywhere in time and space. And today, hey, oh my goodness, we are talking about Matt Smith's final season, Series 7. Well, it's a series, not a season, I suppose. But hey, this is the end of the Matt Smith era. How are you, Troy?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm tired. Busy week, but it's a nice way to wrap things off in our recording by talking about Mr. Matthew Robert Smith.
Matthew Robert Smith in this live episode of the podcast.
Yeah, live on YouTube.
No, Troy and I, surprisingly, for two, YouTubey boys, we've had very busy weeks, busy times, busy people. And so, no, this episode is obviously not live, but you will get a live episode in the future. I promise you.
We haven't been live since the reality war.
I know. One day we shall return to the live stream. But
until then, there must be no regrets, no tears, no anxieties.
Just go forward in your regularly scheduled content
and prove to us that we are not mistaken in ours.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to close off the Matt Smith era tier list.
Oh my goodness.
We've got quite a few episodes to go through. So, editing Troy, why don't you just transition right now? Look at that.
Nice.
Look at where we are, Crispy.
I love it when you do the click.
Okay, all right. Let's just do that again. Mm-hmm. Editing Troy, go back to the two-person window. Okay, go back. Right, it's gone back. Okay. And editing Troy, 3, 2, 1. Transition! Whoa! Look at that!
Whoa, that's so much better,
You will pay for making me do so much editing. No, it'll be funny. It's easily done. The good thing about this series is I have the edits literally set up, so I have the transitions all done.
Yeah, you're ready to go.
Them up. It's a piece of cake, baby. It's a piece of cake. Makes it very fun and very easy to edit. It's nice.
It's a walk in the park.
So it's time. We're going South African apparently. It's time to go through the tier list and rank our episodes based on how we feel about them. Crispy, are you ready for
Series
this?
7. Right.
Neither of us can do a good accent for this, but we're trying anyway. I can try and do an Australian accent if that helps at all, mate.
You could try and do an Australian one.
Yeah, try and do an Australian. It could be two Australians and a podcast together.
Podcast?
Yeah, podcast.
How do you do it? Podcast.
Listen, mate, I didn't say my Australian accent was any good. Go on, teach me how to say podcast.
Podcast.
Is that how Australians say podcast?
That's how Australians speak.
G'day, mate. Welcome to this podcast.
Okay.
No booze has been involved in the making of this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes I wonder if it should be. We are beginning where we should always begin, at the start of the series we're talking about. Crispy, what are your thoughts on... Oh, no, never mind. It's not. I'm wrong.
You're wrong. We have one left over from the Series 6 era of Doctor Who.
Oh, no.
But we've clumped it with this. And this is an episode that Troy and I have been so disappointed in before, but let's talk about it. The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe.
Ladies and gentlemen, you all know what I'm going to say, so I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, go. And as soon as I say go, you're all going to say it in unison with me. Crispy, join in. 3, 2, 1, go. You don't waste Bill Bailey.
You just don't.
Never do it.
You just don't.
This is like, this meme has been like so overblown on this podcast. Like, I like Bill Bailey, don't get me wrong. He's not even one of my favorite comedians, but I love him. He's a lovely guy. But I just always found it funny that they got him in this episode and then he doesn't really do very much, so it just became an ongoing joke. I don't love this episode, mate. I think it's probably my least favorite Christmas special. It
might be my least favorite too, which I find funny because I remember watching this like with my sister Christmas Day 2011, and I'm just getting into Doctor Who now. I've just watched my full first series of Doctor Who.
You're such a young babby.
I'm such a young man, and I remember leaving this episode being like, "Oh, that was disappointing," but I liked the ending. The ending with the Doctor reuniting with Amy and Rory and them having a spot for the Doctor at Christmas dinner.
S-tier scene. Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you look up that scene on YouTube, one of my comments has 1,000 likes or something. So,
Yo!
I can't remember what I said.
Like that on one for like the giggle or something maybe. Or, no, Wild Beyonder. I made a comment on the My Arms Are Too Long bit. Where I was just like, I love how whenever someone has to say something twice, that's when the Doctor locks in. And I occasionally get people replying, being like, yeah, or what about this episode? I'm just like, oh yeah, that comment's still doing well. True.
But yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It just doesn't stand out to me. It's very, it's once again, it's a whimsical time. I think... What is the main issue with this episode? Is it the resolution of it, where she's kind of like linked to this lighthouse that turns into a spaceship, and then they travel through time? It's absolutely bonkers. I'm trying to remember the plot.
It's a bit nuts.
The souls of the trees. She like carries the souls of the trees, or something.
Yeah. Are you sure you're not drunk, mate? Because this sounds like a plot you'd write when you're drunk.
I might be. Oh my goodness. The episode is getting me drunk. I
mean, I haven't got up to this episode of my rewatch yet, so I don't even remember the name of the tree people. So I'm very sorry. My encyclopedic knowledge has an Achilles heel for this episode, but it's just very much one of those episodes. It's like it's a bit of a nothing burger. Like there's nothing offensive about it. It's just like Doctor Who does Narnia, but it doesn't do anything I feel particularly interesting with the concept. It is just a present that goes to a snowy land, and there's some tree people and someone moves around a lighthouse through time and space, as you said. Like, even, like, I think some people don't like the fact that Alexander Armstrong, like, the husband of the family, gets, like, brought back through the power of, like, thought and hope or whatever it is. I think that's lovely. I think that's really sweet. Like, I'm perfectly fine with that. And you get some decent Matt Smith scenes, like 11th Doctor, like, the opening, I think, is pretty good, even if it's very green screened. And also the showing the kids the new room, where he's like, who needs beds when you've got hammocks? Like, there's some good stuff in there. But
I feel like that scene, like as fun as it is, I can imagine a lot of, maybe older Doctor Who fans being like, "This isn't the Doctor. What is he doing?" Like it just feels like a young Matt Smith flapping his arms about, being like, "Look how quirky and fun I am."
Do you know who I worry for watching that episode though?
Who?
All the parents in 2011 who had kids going, "Mum, can we have hammocks? Dad, can you set us up some hammocks for our beds?"
Yeah, no, that would have been on the next Christmas list. The next Christmas list.
Then for Christmas next year, they'll be paying for the hospital bills when they fall off them and break knees.
Oh, gosh. Because
I would have done that. I've never gotten a hammock, but I just know if I tried
You've never gotten a hammock before?
I don't think so. Or maybe I have.
What do you mean? Is it... What?
They scare me. I don't like the idea of getting on a bed where I'm dicing with death and I might fall off and break my neck. I'm good.
Troy, you are never going to come and visit me, because not only do we have spiders and snakes, but we've got a hammock. We've got a hammock, Troy.
I'm scared of hammocks. I'm hammock phobic.
All right, where are we putting this?
Crispy, lock in. We got to lock in with this episode. I'm saying C.
I'm going C as well. Is it the worst one
of
Matt Smith
above
era
closing
thus
time.
far?
I think it's about the same level as closing time. It's inoffensive, but there's nothing special to it, and I
Fair
think
enough.
it's below the B tiers. Because the B tiers to me are at least good episodes.
I'll take it. I will take it. We got a few comments last week about how Let's Kill Hitler should not be in A, by the way. Everyone was
Put it
like,
in S tier then, just to spite everyone.
They're right. Moving
Listen,
on.
you got to remember, it's our opinions, folks. And you're allowed to make your own tier list. We'll put it in the description. Go make your own. Tweet it at us. Tag us on Instagram. Follow us. Give us lots of attention. We love it. We have big egos. Crispy, Asylum of the Daleks.
Oh boy, where were you when this episode came out?
Probably eating some bacon and egg.
Oh, God, he is good today. He is good today.
I'm on fire.
I'm on fire. I watched this episode on ABC iView in the wee hours of the morning, I think, on my iPad with my headphones in as a young man in what year is this? 2012. I would have been grade 9.
Yes.
And I was so hyped for Series 7. Unbelievably hyped. My most nostalgic trailer, I've talked about this on the podcast before, but my most nostalgic trailer for the show is Series 7 Part 1. The music, it just does. I remember being so happy, being like, oh my gosh, Doctor Who is finally back. So Asylum of the Daleks, big episode for me. I've watched it 1,000,001 times. I think this might be one of my most rewatched episodes ever. And it's not perfect. It's not perfect. However, I love it. Where does that, go in the ranking? We'll get there. Troy, your thoughts on Asylum of the Daleks?
I think the biggest problem this episode has, according to most people, is that they split Rory and Amy up. And I would counter that with, I think it doesn't matter if the problem that is set up is solved within the same episode, which it is.
I think it does matter.
I think it wasn't necessary in a lot of ways, but I also like the idea that as a couple they've had their problems and they've now been able to get through them. I suppose it didn't need to go quite as far as signing divorce papers, but I like that Moffat at least tried to have some consequences for Series 6 and Demon's Run and all that. They broke up because she couldn't give him kids. Sure, I see what he's going for. I don't hate it. Had it gone throughout Series 7 Part 1, they'd resolved it by the Angels take Manhattan, I'd have gone, yeah, horrible plot line. Moffat, what are you thinking? Absolute nightmare.
Oh, wow.
But I don't mind it within one episode.
I would have minded it more if it was stretched throughout the thing, and it's the Doctor trying to repair this relationship.
Right before they die.
Right before they die together.
Till death do them part,
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing. I think the other issue that was with this episode that got a lot of people mad didn't bother me, but it's just a crazy move from the marketing team to say, oh, this episode has every Dalek ever. It's got all of them. Every single one you want from classic Doctor Who. This is the Dalek episode, and then they're just kind of hidden in the background. I just feel like if you didn't announce it, it would have been just the best Easter eggs for old, a classic Doctor Who fans
bold,
being like, ooh, hang on, I recognize that one. Oh, they just mentioned that name. Hold on a second, that's a great reference. But this is not the Dalek episode. The Dalek episode, I don't know what would be the penultimate Dalek episode of all time, but I don't think it's Asylum of the Daleks. I don't think so. But that's just me. There's also a weird thing where it's like, hey, Doctor, we want to send you in there because we don't want to kill our own kind, but we will blow up the planet at the end. That's
Doesn't he need to take down the shield? Isn't that the whole point?
Is that? But I thought they were like, oh, we wouldn't kill our own kind because that is divine something. I don't know. There was a weird thing, and I was like, but you're killing them anyway. Anyway, whatever. It's a strange one. But it looks great.
Yeah, I thought it was
fantastic.
That they were too scared to go down there.
Let us know in the comments below if I'm making any sense, but I swear...
I really need to finish my rewatch before we finish this series, man. This is not good. This is not good.
I could have sworn that the Emperor Dalek guy is it is offensive to us to...
Oh, yes, he does. Yeah, okay, I don't know then.
Yeah.
The point is, I really like this episode. I think it's quite strong.
So do I. I have such
really
a fun time with
episode.
it, and honestly, one of the best surprises from this, because between Series 6 airing, and Asylum of the Daleks airing, I'm pretty sure Jenna Coleman was cast, and everyone knew she was going to be in Christmas. Didn't know she was going to be in this episode. And
that
it's
was a
so
surprise.
good.
And then also dies, and you're like, how the hell is that going to work?
I was so hyped, man. So hyped. And I think they handled that really, really well.
Same.
Even if it's weird seeing Clara and Rory flirt, which is just a strange thing to witness.
I would put this low A, to be honest, if it were me.
Low A, happy with that. It is
right
definitely above Let's Kill Hitler.
No, above, I'd put it at the bottom of A. I'd literally put it at the bottom.
It is 100% above Let's Kill Hitler. That is where
I love Let's Kill Hitler, but fair. I'll give you that.
Gosh,
put it above Almost People as well. Put it above Almost People.
I want to put it here. I want to put it above Beast Below.
To be fair, I put it above God Complex. That's one that I'm like, I'd have that under, so I don't know.
I don't think God Complex is more interesting.
Yeah, most people would kill me for that, so that's fine.
Yeah,
all right.
Moving on.
Dinosaurs on a spaceship.
Dinosaurs?
Are there any callers to talk about this one?
I'm having a look through. And
yeah, I had a small glance because I noticed you labelled them with episodes, but I think you listened to these a while ago, right? So I don't even think you remember what these calls are.
I can't really remember. A lot of people have just
kind of... It's a shock to us both then, Crispy.
No one's listed Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. What do you think? This is Chrissy.
I wonder why.
Chrissy C. Mr. Chibs.
It's just... okay. No, it's good. It's good. It's good. But it's not great.
Now... this episode, I adore. I think there's something really special about these 5 episodes in particular. I think it's pure nostalgia. I think this is like peak, I'm getting ready for the 50th anniversary. I'm getting ready, fully into fandom. It's just such an exciting time. People at school are talking about, oh my God, Doctor Who's back on the screen. We've been waiting so long. And we only got half a season in 2012. And so I respected what they did with each of these episodes because they marketed them as their own movie. They had the coolest movie posters. They were like, we're going to go so different each week. And I think Series 7 as a whole looks gorgeous. I think they really, really did a good job.
Other than the weird color schemes on the logo and stuff in the intro, which are a bit odd.
Oh, absolutely horrid. All of them should be put in D for that atrocity. I forget the weird Instagram filters that they put onto the... intro
so bizarre.
Is strangest decisions. There's other ways to differentiate. The intro is we're happy for it to just be the same each week. You didn't have to do that. But Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. This is Chris Chibnall, who came back and became showrunner in 2018. Now, it's a fun premise. I enjoy the tie into the Silurian, his other story, where they were like, oh, this was the Silurians transporting dinosaurs. Great, good stuff. I think a lot of people take issue with the fact that the Doctor allows Solomon to die. I think that's a strange thing, and it doesn't doesn't really come back and have kind of a purpose. It gets mentioned in the name of the Doctor, and I think that's it really. And it's just like, oh,
this is still a song contest.
Does it get mentioned in?
No, I meant more like doing something bad and not being challenged.
Oh, yeah. That's literally...
That was such a strong point. I accidentally kicked my desk and the whole table shuddered. So,
oh my gosh,
my room shuddered in fear of that moment.
I like the practical dinosaurs in this one. I enjoyed the filming at Bad Wolf Bay. I enjoy Brian. There's a lot to love about this episode, but it's not one that necessarily stands out. So I don't know where... What's wrong? Is your microphone playing up?
I was telling my microphone to stay put. It was being very naughty.
I see. Troy, what are we doing with this one? I genuinely don't know.
I'm thinking a firm B.
Firm B. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Where in the B?
I don't know. I think this is one where I always kind of go, it's all right, and then I rewatch it, and then I'm like, actually, this is pretty good. I like that. I like between we're talking about Let's Kill Hitler in A. The Lodger, it right underneath the Dinosaurs on a Spaceship is a sneak.
That was my one pass.
I know. I've got no right to complain about sneaks. I'm just pointing out that it is a sneak. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. This is horrid, and people, please leave your complaints in the comments below. Hey, we have a call
lots
here.
Of long complaints, but also press the like button when you do it too. Town Called Mercy, Crispy. I think this episode is phenomenal.
Well, we have Cowdoy here to give us a call about A Town Called Mercy. Shall we listen?
Okay.
Hello, Cowdoy.
Before I start, I very quickly want to say that Troy, it's great to see another Walking Dead fan. Season 9 is the best season. Crispy, it's brilliant to see another Auntie Donna fan. Regular Bill should be the 17th Doctor. Angels Take Manhattan is my favourite episode of Series 7, but I think A Town Called Mercy is incredibly underrated, so I'm going to go with that. People hate on it these days, but with the moral dilemmas, Western setting, the cowboys, the boom, 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 it's absolutely amazing. Love it, love it, love it. Great content, guys. Keep doing what you're doing. Cheers. Bye.
Oh, lovely call. Lovely call.
Yeah, much love.
Great
Season
stuff
9
there.
being the best Walking Dead season, that's a hot take. I
Man's full of
understand
hot
it,
takes.
but... Well, yeah, I love me some hot takes. Well, I mean, my only thing is that everyone says The Walking Dead fell off in, like, the latter half of the show. It just didn't.
It
had
definitely
some
did.
dips, but
Definitely
that show
did,
is very
man.
much binge friendly. Like if you're watching it week to week, and I can understand it, but if you're binging the show, I don't think it's nearly as like some weeks, some episodes do feel slow, but they work better together. So if you're ever gonna watch The Walking Dead, binge it. When I binged it, rewatch was phenomenal. But in answer to your question, I agree. I mean, I'm kind of revealing my hand here, but I definitely think that A Town Called Mercy and The Angels Take Manhattan are the two strongest episodes of this half of the series.
Ooh,
And
interesting.
I think both deserve to be an S tier. We can fight for the latter later, but
Whoa.
I love A Town Called Mercy. I've got to be honest. I think
the phone, everyone.
There's some
Hold the
phenomenal
phone.
stuff from Matt Smith here, especially with like the shoving the engineer out beyond the line and like pointing the gun at him. And it's just this one I think gets its tone the strongest perhaps out of all 5 episodes. This episode knows what it wants to be and locks in firmly. You get great stuff from Matt, great stuff from Karen as well, I feel like. And the gunslinger himself is just incredibly interesting as a character. I think there's some really good stuff there that they actually, I think, did a decent amount with. Sometimes with these episodes, you get some cool concepts and you kind of like, I wish we had another 10 minutes with it. But I think what the time they had here, they used it really effectively and we got a really good story out of it. And also we got a horse called Susan who wanted you to respect the life choices.
Yeah, great stuff. I think the use of location filming, and I'm pretty sure they filmed this in Spain at one of the old sets where they filmed like they filmed a bunch of westerns before, and I think that just works in its favor. I love it when, you know, you give examples of what Doctor Who can be, like, oh, Doctor Who this week we're doing this, this is Doctor Who, we're doing Wild Wild West, and I respect that they did that.
The Almeria region of Spain, yes.
The Gunslinger, I think, is a fantastic villain, and there's actually a bit of backstory. They released a prequel with this as well, as to how the Gunslinger was made. I think that's pretty cool. The one thing that always bothered me with this episode, and this might annoy you, Troy, but
you always annoy me, so it's no change.
The opening when they're like where they're like, did you say you were the Doctor? Is you an alien? And he's like, yes, I suppose in this context I am. And then they throw him out. I understand that because the Doctor there, like the Carla Jax or Carla Hex, whatever the gunslinger
Carla
dude
Jax,
is.
yeah. No,
the gunslinger. He's always asking, bring me the Doctor or whatever. But the town fully knows who the gunslinger wants to kill. So I just find it funny that they're like, oh, this other guy's just waltzed in town. Can we feed him to the guy?
Another alien
at the start?
Doctor. I think they're just hoping that. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it myself.
Maybe, I mean, I think I would have just appreciated a line. I mean, they kind of do, where he's like, you know full well that's not him. But I think I would have appreciated a line from the people being like, maybe this will please the thing and he can bugger off and we can keep the guy.
I thought they did say that, but maybe I've forgotten.
Maybe he doesn't. Fair. Look, I need to rewatch this too.
Listen, Crispy, how about you just chill out and give me some tea, but the strong stuff. Leave the bag in.
Leave the bag in.
Honestly, this is S tier for me. I think it's fantastic.
Can I put it top of A?
Do you have to?
Please?
Why?
Please? I don't think it's S. I don't think when people go, what are the greatest Matt Smith episodes of all time? No one. I don't think anyone apart from Cowboy.
We already have 12 of them in S tier, fella.
Yeah. We're fully booked. We're fully booked for the night. Sorry.
We are not fully booked.
We're fully booked for the night.
Changing the goalposts. This is not football,
we are fully
sir.
booked. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Fine. Keep it in A. I will just be very sad with you. Power of 3. Where's it going, you miserable person?
Power of 3. Oh my goodness. Chibnall wrote not 1, but 2 episodes in Series 7, Part 1. This episode sees the Doctor homebound with Amy and Rory with the invasion of the very small cubes. Fun story. Domestic life. I think this one, in A Town Called Mercy, the Ponds really didn't have that much to do. This one, we get to see what they're like when the Doctor is, what their home life is like, and how the Doctor has affected them. But it's a very, very short script. It's I think it's about like 40 minutes this episode or something, and the final act completely brings this story down, in my opinion. And I think there is good reason for that. Because apparently the guy who played what's the alien called? The
Shakri?
The Shakri, well done. Ding, ding, ding to Troy. Apparently that guy was a bit of a nuisance on set and really difficult to work with, and they had to redo the entire ending, and by redo, they basically just had Matt Smith Sonic a screen and the day was saved, which is an insane way to end the episode.
Yep. And it really does suffer for it. Like, that last act.
It's so anticlimactic. You're like, oh.
And they set up that thing called the tally, right? Like, the tally is coming, and then they never...
It was the tally!
Yeah, the tally! And then they just never go back to it.
No. It would have been cool if they brought, something into...
Doctor, you
Series
are the
11.
tally child.
You are the tally child. Yeah. It's fine. I my favorite scene is when Matt Smith's playing Wii Tennis. I love that.
I was going to say the same thing. How dare you? How dare you? I think the best bits are here are the domestic stuff and the exploring the themes of what happens when the Doctor leaves someone behind, like them living their lives. I think there's some really good stuff there. Honestly, if this had a solid ending, I'd fight for this to be near S tier as well.
Wow!
Because also you've got Kate Stewart showing up. And
we do have the introduction
probably one of
Kate.
her best appearances in the early years of Doctor Who.
Absolutely
she
correct.
has a very strong start, I feel.
She's more, front and center rather than in the background like she is for a lot of stories past this, but she really does get a bit of the spotlight this time. Yeah, so it's not bad.
I would put it probably low A for me. Because there's some really good stuff to this.
I would put it
that
high
ending
B.
does screw it up. So if you want to put it in B, I won't argue, but...
I'm putting it high B.
Ugh, fine. You put it top of B at least.
Yeah, that's fine with me. That feels like a top B story.
Angels Take Manhattan, S tier, move on.
Troy, hold on. I've got flashing lights here because the hotline is full.
Bring, 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 bring. I don't know what phone sounds like that, but...
Maybe it isn't full. Maybe it actually isn't full. Maybe no one's actually called in about this. I really thought I saw someone.
Nobody at all. Well, I mean, we just had someone who named this as well as Town Called Mercy.
Yes, we have Julian here, who I think lists off a bunch of them, including Angels Take Manhattan. Hello, Julian.
Good day, guys. How you going? I think Season 7 is an underrated one for me. I've got to shout out Asylum with the Daleks, Cold War, and Journey to the Center of the TARDIS, which is the episode where I think Eleven and Clara's relationship becomes really believable, and you see how he cares for her for the first time. But the best episode has got to be The Angels Take Manhattan, which I think recaptured the magic of the Weeping Angels that may have been lost a little bit in Flesh and Stone. It's a creepy episode. It plays with time really well. It's emotional, and it's got great location shooting. Every time I go to Central Park, I love to go to those same spots and kind of relive those moments as if I was there.
Nice.
I don't know if I want to relive those moments. You don't want to get sent back in time, fella, but fair enough. I mean, I've always been of a mind that every Weeping Angel story has done something different and interesting that I've really liked. Like, I know it's common, at least pre-Village of the Angels, it was like, every time the Weeping Angels were used again, it got worse. I just never felt like that.
That's a common opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the, shoot yourself in the foot. If your first episode is regarded as one of the best or the best Doctor Who story, you can only go downhill from there. You can, that's all you can do. But I do respect Moffat for, trying something different each time he brought the Angels back. I respect Jodie's story for trying something different as well. But this story, the location filming is insane. It's beautiful. The setting of New York and Weeping Angels just works. It feels like something that
fits really well.
That makes sense. And that why is that a thing? Why does that make sense? Why does that feel so right?
Why
not? Troy, I can list positives for this episode. I can list negatives. What do you want?
River Song is fantastic in this. The ending where they lose Amy is one of the most emotional parts in all of Doctor Who. I think Amy and Rory get some fantastic moments together, or not at all. That whole thing, the music is gorgeous. Matt Smith's performance as well is fantastic. The tone is brilliant. The location setting is brilliant. It feels like I said, Town Called Mercy is probably the one that used the location the best, but it is closely followed by this one. I think they do some fantastic stuff, especially in New York. It's just an incredibly special episode that I think is a very good bottleneck to, like a send off to that era, which is a lot of people, especially in America, like their favorite era of Doctor Who. I think it ends beautifully. I think the Weeping Angels are used fantastically. And if you are one of the people who sits there going, the Statue of Liberty Weeping Angel doesn't make sense, please have a bit of whimsy in your life. Not everything has to. It just looked cool, okay?
That's literally one of my negatives. I never understood that. Even as a kid, I questioned
I joke a bit.
that.
I do understand why it's concerned, but for me, I'm literally just like, rule of cool. I'm willing to waive that. I get why people
Rule
are
of
genuinely
cool.
do, but
Rule of
I'm like,
cool.
yeah.
That's
Rule of cool is
insane.
something I reply sometimes when I'm like, this doesn't make sense, but does it make for good telly? Yes, it does. And I'm like, fine.
Yeah,
I
I
accept
mean, there's a couple of plot holes. There's one that's like a big one, which is like, oh well, why doesn't the Doctor, park slightly outside of New York, just walk in? They kind of set up in the story because once the whole problem is that New York's full of time distortions, and the Doctor can't land in New York. But he could have just waited a little bit. He
Land
could
in
have
New
waited.
Jersey and get a ferry across or a
Yeah, I
tram
mean,
wherever it works.
there's like a bunch of different ways around it. They mention in the episode that Riversong was able to land because of her vortex manipulator, which is like a motorbike through traffic. So like the Doctor could have used some cheap and nasty time travel to get to New York, but he doesn't. I think that's just like it's an annoying bit because when Rose left, it's like, oh yeah, the Doctor really can't go and visit her. Like that's tough to get to a parallel world. But this, where it's like a particular, like I don't know how long the time period is, but there is definitely a way where he could go and visit Amy and Rory when they're alive. Have Amy and Rory come to Sydney, Australia.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. But it is a great story. I enjoy Karen and Arthur in this. Absolutely crush it. It's a fun setting. Alex Kingston crushes it as well, and Matt Smith. There's a lot to love here, and it is a highlight of the Matt Smith era. So where are we chucking
so where
this?
in S tier is it going?
I'm going low. I'm going low.
All right,
S.
fine. I would put it. I mean, you're going to hate me for this. I would put it above Impossible Astronaut.
Ryan Sinclair, don't you dare right now.
I dare.
Don't
I
you
dare.
dare.
I think it's better than Impossible Astronaut Day of the Moon.
It is below A Good Man Goes to War.
No, it is not.
Below that. It is. Look at it. Look at Troy. Look at the list. Look at it.
I'm looking at it, lad. I'm looking at it, and I think it goes above A Good Man Goes to War. I'll let you have it below Impossible Astronauts,
Fine.
but at least put it above Good Man.
That is
right, now you're a good man, or else we'll go to war.
I'm going
Chris,
to
we've been
war.
recording for half an hour and we've only done 6 episodes. We really got to speed this up, boy.
Right. That's all right. No worries.
We got to run. Sonic the Hedgehog, speed through this.
Okay, here we go. This is bi-generated Crispy. Hello.
I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you guys. I think Snowmen is an amazing episode. I think that's where it really solidified my crush on Clara Oswald, and I don't think I'm alone here because I think she really, this is the beginning of us realizing like, oh, look at that, Jenna Coleman is going to be one of the greatest companions of all time, and she didn't even make it through the episode, like the peak.
The Snowmen. The Snowmen
is fantastic. Like, I'm going to be
What a
the one who
Christmas
goes in the
special.
background. I know I've said this before, but I absolutely adore Series 7B, especially for how Matt Smith is as the 11th Doctor and his chemistry with Jenna Coleman, with Clara Oswald. I mean, I know 11 and Amy and Rory is like the iconic thing.
Yeah.
I get that. But I really do have a soft spot for 11 and Clara as well. For the costume, if nothing else, I'm sorry, is just better. Sorry, it just is.
Should have been
It's
for the whole
possibly
Series
the
7.
best Doctor costume ever, question mark?
Whoa.
I don't know.
Sylvester
It's
does
up
not
there.
need that.
It's up there. But yeah, this whole era, like as small as it is technically, I think is so strong. Even if the episodes themselves aren't, I have such a soft spot for this section of Doctor Who. I really do. And I think The Snowmen is a really good kind of prologue to that. It's a fun Christmas special. Actually feels like one of the more Christmassy ones. Has Richard E. Grant, has Ian McKellen, so Jenna Coleman. It's cracking. It's really, really good. I just wish Ian McKellen was there in face and not just in voice.
Oh mate,
because I want to see him man chew up the scene.
He's expensive, and he does great. He's got a great voice. So,
yeah. Did you think it would be so easy? Like,
yeah, it's pretty star-studded. There's some great stuff in this. We get not one but kind of 2 different versions of Clara. We get the barmaid Clara and what do you call it? What does she call them?
Victorian nanny, governor, whatever her name is.
Governess. The governess.
Governess, yes. That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it. It's fun.
Good evening. I'm a lizard lady from the dawn of time, and this is my wife. Yeah,
It's fun. It is a
Jenny
fun
Vasquez
script.
Strax as well. I mean, come on.
It did very well at setting up the rest of the mystery for Series 7. I think Jenna Coleman very much proves herself right out the gate with this episode.
Yes, she does.
A lot of
To
people
the
argue
point
that
where,
this
as
is the
we've
best.
talked about before, everyone goes, Victoria and Clara should have been the main companion. That's the thing you hear all the time, and
No,
I get it.
I think Series 9 Clara was worth the wait. I think
Yes.
that story arc I think actually played out really, really
I just
nicely.
really like Clara. I think Clara's fantastic right the way through.
I feel like she is
Her
definitely
character has maybe a few more
here's the thing.
evolutions than most do, but I do really like Clara.
but this kind of represents, how I felt about bloody Ruby Sunday in season 1, where I was like, yeah, she's fine, but we have this big mystery thing. But then when they bring her back, Series 8, Series 9, lucky day for Ruby Sunday. I go, hang on, there's a lot to this character. This is not a bad thing. So the Snowmen, one of the better Christmas specials. Where are we putting it?
Real Ruby Sunday heads have loved her since day one, fella,
Yeah. Sure.
Disgraceful. I want to put this in A. I think it's a strong Christmas special, but probably low A.
Low A.
What do you think?
It's going here.
Between Asylum, the Daleks, and Beast Below, I'm all right with that. Yes, I'm all right with that.
All right, well done, Troy. We did it.
Right.
Congratulations.
Bells of St. John. I'm going to be real here. I have extraordinary bias to this episode, and in some ways I couldn't even tell you why. This is an episode that, going back, when I was a kid, this is one I watched for Matt Smith a lot more than most other episodes, at least in his later era. This was kind of like my Matt Smith Lazarus experiment. I love watching this episode. I think it's a really cool start to Series 7, be like a full proper start. You get the proper new costume, properly out the gate. Him and Clara hit it off immediately. There's some cool little London capers going on. I like the use of the Great Intelligence a little bit. I think it could have been better because it's kind of obviously it's the middle act. You kind of got him showing up in the Snowman, then he appears briefly here, and then you see him again in the Name of the Doctor. It's the weakest bit of the Great Intelligence in Series 7. But I kind of like the idea of Wi-Fi being a danger. It's very on the nose and of its time, and I kind of appreciate it for doing that.
No, it does feel like, oh yeah, we are in 2013 right now. This is 2013
I just
television.
remember Matt Smith describing it as or 11th Doctor describing it as living in Wi-Fi soup.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi soup.
I just always found that funny.
Getting trapped in the World Wide Web. It's fun. It's fun. It's one of
thousands of voices trapped. No one to listen. Isn't that basically Twitter?
Yeah. Hold on, you just made a joke about Twitter.
Yeah, there's some good humor in there. Yeah, and you just made a joke about Twitter.
I think Clara's now supposed computer ability is never brought up again. But the one scene that will always bother me about this episode is when they're on the computer helpline or whatever, and Clara, she's having a really tough time just typing in that Wi-Fi password, and she stuffs it up. And then it's like, oh no, and then she clicks on a completely different. I understand that Clara's not she doesn't understand tech apparently, but that always bothered me. I was like, come on, we just told you what connection you should be looking for.
Listen, Crispy, just because you're good with your tech doesn't mean everyone is, okay?
How old is she here? Is she late 20s?
Oh wow, so we're assuming everyone who's young has to be good with tech.
She's living in the middle of
problems
London
and plays croquet. No, they don't.
We know Clara has a phone. She has to connect to Wi-Fi. Have some kind of data signal. Anyway,
I have a phone. Doesn't mean I do all the same things on my phone as you do. Do you play Sonic Dash on your phone? No, you don't.
Where are we putting this?
I would push this for A out of nostalgia's sake, but I think it's a B. I think it's probably a B.
Wow, very honest, Troy. I can put it high B. It feels
I'll take high B.
It's so easy watching, and I would feel comfortable showing this episode to someone that hadn't seen Doctor Who before.
I'd put it top of B, maybe.
Top of B? Happy with that?
Top of B. Top of B. Oh, the tier list is getting a bit annoying now. Look at that.
Yeah,
cropping this is going to be a nightmare.
It's thickety Thicksville from Thickania or whatever.
See if you can grab the images without having to scroll up or down, Crispy, just for my own soul's sake.
I got you.
Next
No
up
worries.
is the Rings of Akhaten.
Wow.
Akhaten.
This one is I'm pretty sure there was like the behind the
Oh,
scenes.
8 here? Wow, that was quick.
No. Behind the scenes of this series apparently was a bit of a mess, and like Moffat, the script for the 60th, I think, only got finished in. I mean, the 60th, 50th got finished in March. So like Moffat
Ooh,
was
okay.
like bouncing between Sherlock, that was getting awards and everything, and Doctor Who, that was at like its almost peak popularity leading up to the 50th anniversary. Apparently, whenever he went on holiday with his family, he had to book a separate room so he could keep writing. That's the type of stress this man was
Blimey.
under writing Series 7. And I think Rings of Akhaten was a late addition to the series because old mate who wrote this one, I can't remember his name, but he was commissioned to write Hyde, and then Moffat was like, mate, we need another one. Stat. So he wrote Rings of Akhaten. This episode, it's a fun one. If it has one of the most iconic songs in Doctor Who, the whatever that's called, I can't remember.
The long song.
The long song. It goes for a while.
The River Song.
The river. That's another iconic song in Doctor Who. True.
That is an iconic song in Doctor Who.
That's such a good bit. Well done. I'll
Thank
use
you very
that. I'm
much.
stealing
Thank
that
you
in the
very,
future.
very much. I was quite proud of that.
What do you think of this episode, Troy?
I think it is a pretty decent episode. There's some really good stuff to it, but it is that last scene, that speech from Matt Smith, that elevates it beyond just like decent and good fun. It kind of feels a little bit Star Wars-y in some ways, in the sense of like being on this other planet and all these different alien species just knocking about without explaining it. Like, I kind of like that idea that they're just kind of here and just get on with it. We're on another planet. There's loads of alien life forms. Settle in, kick your feet up, have a good time. Don't give anyone your ring or whatever it was. She gave a ring, wasn't it, to use the moped? Was it a ring?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Don't
so.
go giving aliens your rings.
It has to be sentimental.
Yeah, exactly. That was it. But yeah, that final speech in the 11th Doctor I think is fantastic. I think it's always been slightly, in some ways, undercut by the fact that his speech doesn't save the day, and then Clara has to come along with a leaf to finish the job. Even though I like the idea behind that, because it's like, oh yeah, here's all the possibilities like that aren't fact, all the possible things that could have happened. That will overload you and make you shut down. I get it, and I'm fine with it, but I think it's because Matt's speech is so strong and delivered so phenomenally that I'm like,
You're
no,
absolutely right.
that should do it. That should be enough.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
what I'm saying is the problem is Matt Smith was too good an actor. That's the problem.
No,
Basically, that's the issue we have.
That's a really, really good point, and that always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But I think they were trying to sell Clara as a character, and like she's got her life story, and that the whole episode is about sentiment, and she's like, well, these are the days that never lived. Cool, that's great. That's really, really good. But because Matt Smith gives like one of his best speeches ever in Doctor Who,
The best, if you don't count Pandorica.
Yeah,
and some people will probably count this one above Pandorica, and I wouldn't blame them.
Strong argument that this is his best speech in all of Doctor Who. Yeah, I'm sure from a story-wise, it makes sense that Clara was at the end. But watching the episode, maybe they could have switched it up in the edit. I don't know.
I would put it top of B underneath Bells of St. John.
Well, let's listen to Torchwood 5 while we decide where we're going.
So I'm pretty sure that everyone will say the 50th anniversary, and I actually agree. But when we talk about Series 7, I much prefer the second part with Clara than the first part with Amy and Rory, because I don't like when companions stick for more than 2 seasons. And from Series 7, not including the 50th, I think The Rings of Akhaten are probably the best. It's very heartwarming. It's very well directed, and I just love the song.
Where are we putting it?
You could put bottom of A if you want. I don't know.
Yep. I'll do that.
Again, I think
sure.
it's my bias towards Bells of St. John that I want to put that above Akhaten, but I think Akhaten, just for the speech alone, elevates it above Bells of St. John. So yeah, I'll take bottom of A.
Cool. All right. Oh,
Next up, are you feeling a bit chilly, Crispy?
I'm so cold right now. Ooh.
Well, let's have a fight and call it a Cold War.
Nice. Hey, Marky
So
Mark's back.
I have talked before on this podcast about how, for some reason at the time, Cold War and Hyde were 2 episodes that I just didn't really watch. I think they were on TV, and I was just like playing on my Xbox or something instead with them in the background, and I don't know why. I could not tell you why. There's no reason as to why this was the case.
Can't imagine doing anything else but fully
I can't
invest.
imagine why I did that for just those 2 episodes, but I did. But Cold War I remembered slightly better than Hyde. When I did my big rewatch in 2020, I was like, yeah, I remember Cold War better than Hyde. Hyde I did not really remember at all. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, genuinely. But I like Cold War. I think this is a good episode. I mean, I don't have the classic knowledge of the Ice Warriors, so I don't have anything to compare to, but I think the trapped in a submarine with a deadly killing machine thing is pretty well done. I think there's some really good stuff to this. I feel like I say there's some really good stuff to this about a lot of episodes, but I do mean it. And Skaldak, I think, is just really cool. I think he's like the way he's characterized is really cool. And also, you get people complaining about the visual of the Ice Warrior under the suit. I actually liked it quite a lot. I kind of liked the idea of it was kind of like meant to be, I guess, like an alien film, like a xenomorph, like clutching to ceilings and stuff. I do quite like the idea behind that.
I just, the CGI at the end of his face, I was like, we didn't need a face reveal. Hashtag Ice Warrior face reveal.
Yeah, I suppose, but I also thought it was fine. I don't care.
But I mean,
I'm very CGI forgiving, as you know.
Yes. I love this. The setting is fun. I like that they committed, like they fully like had a flood simulator on set or whatever. Like it looks really cool. And like there's constant drips. The sound design is fantastic in this. Matt Smith's reaction to seeing the Ice Warrior is, I think, fantastic. But I think ultimately it's just a little bit forgettable. I think it kind of gets swept under the rug. When maybe it shouldn't. I think it's just a fun, but it's very stock standard. Like if you like write a Doctor Who episode, like, all right, we're here. There's a monster on the loose. It's Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
It's Scooby-Doo. Well, next episode's much more Scooby-Doo, I should say. Actually,
I'm feeling a B on this.
I'm feeling a light to strong B on this one.
I was gonna say I thought we were going Anthony Fantano mode there.
Where we got like middle of the B's.
Ooh.
Maybe above the Lodger.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that's about right.
Yeah. That'll do.
Maybe above Dinosaurs on a Spaceship.
I'm happy with that.
Actually, yeah, for me, I would literally say those 3 episodes, Victory of the Daleks, then Cold War, then Dinosaurs on a Spaceship, best to worst. I actually back that firmly.
They all fit, like, they all give me the same vibe. They
Yes.
all, when looking at that, if I'm eating a cheese board or whatever, they are just a cracker and a little bit of cheddar. It's fine.
All right, Wallace.
It doesn't blow me away, you know?
Chill out, Wallace.
Oh, cheese.
He did it! Jeez, drop
Jeez.
it. Okay. Well, if Wallace is around, you might want to hide your cheese.
Hide that cheese.
Hide that cheese. Hide that cheddar
that
cheese. Or
cheese.
Wensleydale. Not
Okay.
even Wensleydale.
So this is an episode that you're just not familiar with.
I've watched it since, like I said, and I think this is pretty good. I really like some of the uneasy tones to this, like the ghost hunting thing. I think they probably could have gone even further with it. They could have really made it very
Absolutely.
uneasy. But I suppose
Absolutely.
they kind of wanted to be careful with how far they pushed it. It was Doctor Who, after all. I like the idea of the TARDIS not yet trusting Clara in some ways.
I wish
and
they
I wonder if
delved
that's
deeper into
because
that.
of. I wonder if it's because of Asylum of the Daleks. Like that is. Did they say that in the episode? I can't remember.
No,
if they
but
did.
I think Moffat years later in an interview was like, yeah, that's kind of what we were hinting towards, that the TARDIS kind of knows that something's up with this lady because she keeps rocking up.
Yeah.
I
I
wish.
love the idea that like he says that she keeps rocking up.
Yeah, I thought it was weird that the TARDIS had a hologram of Clara. I kind of like the idea of the TARDIS just like not letting her. Do you remember that? There's like a full hologram of Clara that the TARDIS projects. The TARDIS is projecting, okay? But
Yeah.
I think
Aren't we all, babes?
I think that was weird. I like the idea of Hyde ending up being a love story between two monsters. I like the practical design of the like it's horrible. There's like the bone crunched look to it is icky. And I love spooks. I love ghost stories. It's got the lady that played Verity Lambert in An Adventure in Space and Time, whatever her name is. She does a really good job in this. I think it's fine. Let's listen to Sabine to see if she can change our mind. Hello, Sabine.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Sabine, and I like the episode Hyde because I like ghosts and the theory of ghosts and empathy.
Thank you. 8-second call.
I literally like pushed my headphones in to listen harder, and then it ended. I like the idea at the end that the two monsters just are actually in love and they're trying to get back to each other. I
love that. People don't like that. I thought that was really sweet. I was like, that's a great way to
I
end
think that's a
the
lovely
episode.
final twist.
It's not a horror story. It's a love story. It's great.
Yeah.
I don't like the implication at the end that he's in love with Clara because he barely knows this woman. So there's like a bit where he like has his arm around her and he's like oh, it's not a love story. Hold on. Ooh.
Yeah, because they were trying to set that up for a little bit and like the kind of the boyfriend vibe, and it's weird because
I'm not your boyfriend.
Yeah. I never thought you were. I never said it was your mistake. I can't wait to talk about Capaldi.
God, we're almost there.
Dude, I'm gonna be so locked in and pushing everything for S tier with that man. My goodness. I think this is probably another B. Honestly.
Yep. I'm happy with that.
I don't know where though, so I'm gonna let you choose.
I would go higher than Vampires of Venice.
Yeah,
not.
You get the I am the Doctor and I am afraid thing, which is quite cool.
Yeah, that's a good scene.
Yeah, above Vampires of Venice.
Actually, I don't want to put it above Vampires of Venice, to be honest. I'm going to put it above Victory of the Daleks.
Well, Venice is quite low, like, geographically, so that, you might want to have it underneath.
Yeah, okay. Let's do geography jokes. Let's do geography jokes.
It is 11:08 p.m. and it's the end of my work week. My brain is spent, so you're going to get the odd terrible joke. Then again, you get them anyway with me, whether it's late at night or not. So let's move swiftly on to a journey
onwards
to the center of the Earth. TARDIS.
Wow, what a title! What a premise! I don't like this episode one bit. Troy, what? Oh no, Troy, he's leaving. Do you love this one?
I really like this episode. I think conceptually it's so cool. I love Matt Smith blocking in to be like, oh, you salvaged a lifetime. You've thought the ship, I meant Clara, and like
just a weird thing to say about a woman. The
Doctor becoming like the master manipulator. I love when he locks in and does stuff like that, and he's like, right, I am gonna use my brain now. I've only been using 10% of my brain for this series. I'm locked in. I'm using 29%. I'm gonna push you around this ship like my playthings. Do you like my puppets, Doctor? I love it. It's so good. It's fantastic. I think there's some really cool concepts with kind of time, like back and forth, and like timelines overriding, and seeing monsters that are actually them in the future, chasing them round. Do I think this episode is perfect? No. Do I really love it for the concepts that it has and the way it kind of plays them round and bouncing back and forth between time, and also giving us a bit more of a look inside the TARDIS? Yes. I think conceptually it's such a cool idea. I like this more than Hyde and Cold War, but I know you're going to be like, so come on, give us your misery.
I'd be pushing for C. I'd be pushing for C for this one.
Absolutely not.
I truly, this episode always annoyed me. One, it ends up being this never happened. This is an Elseworlds story. But in its defense, it does come back in the name of the Doctor, so I really respect it in that sense. I think there's one of the guest cast. I can't remember, but I just think his acting is shocking in this. Like truly, truly bad. I think it's
wasn't he playing an android? Wasn't that the point though?
No, he was fantastic. I really liked that guy. There was one of the main bully dude. I really just didn't think he had I was like, I don't like this portrayal now. The big red reset button, I don't think it's great. And when you're doing a journey to the center of the TARDIS and you green screen a pool in, we get a little bit of a library, we get a lot of corridors. I just think there's so much you could do with that.
They could have gone harder with it, yeah,
they could have. I understand Doctor Who doesn't have $1 million. Well, it does,
Neither do
but
we,
that's
sadly.
about it. But I don't know. This episode never did it for me, and it always annoys me on rewatch. So this is probably one of my least favorite Doctor Who stories of all time. Yeah.
Why aren't you fighting for D then, if that's the case? I mean, I don't want to, hand you a loaded gun, but it feels like it.
I think they deliver a little bit. They deliver a little bit. I think. I don't know. Like I like the countdown scene. I like when Matt Smith's annoyed by himself. I like.
What about the scene between him and Clara where he's like laying all the cards on the table? He's like, "No, you girl on a spaceship. She died. She was you," and like her being really scared by that.
There's like a line from Matt Smith where he's like, "I'm gonna make it easier to drive because you can't drive the TARDIS. You're a woman." Or something like that. there's like a weirdly.
I think doesn't he say it makes it easier, but like they kind of hint, is it because you're sexist? And he's like, no.
Yeah, and then he's like kind of shrugs it off. I don't know. It's weird. That's I never,
but I mean,
the read on that scene.
We kind of skimmed over the worst line, which was the whole mystery wrapped in enigma that's squeezed into a skirt that's a little bit too tight.
Is that in this episode?
No, that was in Rings of Akhaten, I think. End of that.
Oh.
Yeah. So don't be talking about bad lines when that one exists.
All right, where are we putting this then?
I'll take low B if I have to.
Yeah, the lowest of Bs.
Fine.
The lowest of
Fine. Oh, do you know what? Sometimes this podcast is a bit of an horror doing it with you.
Oh, a bit of a
Speaking
crimson
of,
horror.
The Crimson Horror.
Nice. Always like this one.
Horror.
Troy, what do you think about this one?
I also quite like this one too.
Yeah, it's a fun time. I enjoy
It's
when
so
Doctor Who does
fun.
something different. This is wow, it's so weird. In the first half of Series 7, we had 2 Chibnalls. In this one, we had 2 Gaddises. What's up with that? What's going on?
Is this a Gattis as well? I've forgotten that.
I'm 99% sure it is. I love seeing the Paternoster gang
Let's find out.
severely underutilized in Doctor Who. Yeah, so this was their episode. There's a really weird. What brings this episode down for me is when he kisses Jenny, and then there's that weird joke with the sonic screwdriver. It's like, what are we doing, man? That's just cringe. That is just cringe.
It's not just cringe. It's also just like, it's just wrong on every level.
Yeah, it's horrible.
She's gay, fella. What are you doing? What are you doing?
What are you doing,
You're
man?
married, and
Yeah,
also weirdly flirting with
she's
Clara
married.
too. Like, put your Sonic back in your pants, fella. My goodness.
Confused. It's so confused. But I like the premise. Isn't there that like the Mrs. what's her name, Sweetums or something? Well, I can't remember her name.
I can't remember her name. I know
remember her
Mr.
name.
Sweet, but for some reason I can never
Mr.
remember her
Sweet.
flipping name. Oh, what was it?
Isn't the plan that they're going to fly away and they just want to preserve everyone in this red wax?
Yeah, basically.
I love that. And there's like this weird like gross housing community.
Mrs. Gillyflower.
Mrs.
That's
Gillyflower. I like the premise. I think, everyone in this getting dipped into the red wax, I think is really haunting. I remember that being quite scary as a kid. I liked when Jenny was investigating and she goes into the warehouse and just sees that it's just sound effects. This isn't a warehouse. This is all just a ploy.
Yeah.
It's a big mystery. It's a proper mystery.
Sweetville is a lie.
Yeah. I like it. I think that might be a hot
I do
take.
really enjoy. This
I
is
like this
it's
one.
the episodes that really that stand out for me for this series are Bells of St. John, Rings of Akhaten. I really like Jenny Sins of the TARDIS, but whatever. Crimson Horror. Like, there's some really... And even Nightmare in Silver I quite like more than I think the average person, but, like, I don't adore it, don't get me wrong. Careful. Simmer down. I'm not about to fight for it to be really high rank. But, like, there's some episodes in this that are just very tonally different. Like, they almost feel a bit like a different, kind of completely different, like, movie setting every week, but not to the extent of Series 7 Part 1. I just feel there's some very big tonal shifts between every single episode in this series, and I like how quite a lot of them land. So yeah, this one's a very fun one for me. So where are you thinking of putting it, Crispy?
Oh, I don't know, man. Dare I say A.
Say it. Say A.
I say A. Hey.
Below
what a
Rings of
wonderful-
Akhaten, maybe, or above it?
It's above Let's Kill Hitler. Everything in that.
We're gonna get people killing us for putting Crimson Horror above Rings of Akhaten.
Yeah.
I just know it.
Oh no, you're absolutely right. This needs to
Put
be
Rings
below
of Akhaten
here.
above Let's Kill Hitler. I don't know why we didn't do that. No, okay, fine, all right,
Yeah.
fine.
Yep.
He's done Rings of Akhaten, then Crimson Horror, then Let's Kill Hitler. Okay.
I'm taking
All right.
control.
Can I interest you in the acting legend that is Mr. Warwick Davis?
Yeah. I guess.
Oh, I really like him. I think he's lovely.
No, he's cool. Porridge, whatever. He might be the one good part about this episode. I've never, ever been a fan of this episode.
I like what they try to go for in the idea that the Cybermen are so far in the future and so far advanced that they can upgrade on the fly. Like, it's the pinnacle of Cybermen. They can upgrade and do what is necessary when it is necessary. I think conceptually, that is a really cool idea. I just don't know if it works perfectly for this episode because you end up creating a threat that is so kind of unstoppable that you just have to be like, all right, blow up the planet. And it's like, okay.
Asylum of the Daleks it.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, the concept of Cybermen that can upgrade on the fly, I think, is a really cool idea. I just don't know if it works perfectly in execution.
And it's never brought up
The best part
again.
of this episode to me, personally,
Is Archie and Andy.
To me,
We love.
what?
What are their names? Archie and I can't remember the kids' names. No, they're horrible. I can't stand
right,
this
I see
episode.
the best part. Yeah, that's fair. The best part is Matt Smith. Like, some people find it really cringe, but I absolutely love the 11th Doctor versus Mr. Clever thing.
Yeah,
I think
that's
he
fun.
does it so well, and I am mesmerized by it every time.
Yeah,
I think he's
you are
he's
absolutely
just such a
correct.
good actor. He's so good, and he eats that whole thing up, and that is what carries this episode for me. When I think about Nightmare in Silver, I think Mr. Clever and go, oh, great time. And then I think about the rest of the episode, and I'm like, maybe not so much.
No, I can't stand the kids in this. The fast Cybermen always annoyed me.
Yeah, that is weird.
Ugh.
That is weird.
And like I love theme parks. I love roller coasters, and this is supposed to be set at an amusement park. They could have done so much with that setting. I understand, and there's not really like a massive theme park presence in the UK or near Cardiff or anything like that.
There's decent theme parks in the UK,
Are
maybe
there?
not in Cardiff. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking filming wise, they filmed at a great little castle. I liked that. I don't know.
Should have done a big like scene on a giant roller coaster, and the Sidemen's like hanging onto the back, trying to climb up the coaster.
That could have been so sick. But yeah, so if I ever become showrunner, there will be an episode set at a theme park. I can guarantee.
I'm down for this to be in C.
Whoa! Didn't think I was gonna get.
I
C.
know where this is going. I'll accept it. I'm down for you to put it in C.
I'll put it at top C. Top C
11
turvy.
for Mr. Clever. It's top C.
All right, buddy O'Powell. We're in the big leagues now. We're not
3 to
messing
go.
around. We're not messing around.
It's time for the Of the Doctor trilogy.
The Of the Doctor's Heart. Can we hear from
Yeah.
Sam from Cybers Industries first?
Well, we're an episode late, but okay.
Yeah, nice. Here we go. Hey, Sam.
Thanks, man.
Oh, hang on, Sam. The call has been disconnected. Hello, Sam. Here we go now.
You need to upgrade SpeakPipe.
Hello, I'm Sam and I work at Cybers Industries, and the best episode of Series 7, in my opinion, pretty much the only good episode of Series 7, not including the specials, is The Name of the Doctor. I think it's a brilliant episode. I think it really does the wordplay well of, he has a secret he'll take to the grave. We all think it's his name, but it's actually the grave that's been discovered and stuff like that. I think the whole Clara payoff was really clever. The Whisper Men are cool villains. The Paternoster gang are great as always. I like the dream sequence conference call thing as well. Really cool stuff. I love it.
The Name of the Doctor. Yum yum
Far
yum.
better episode than the internet likes to give it credit for.
Does the internet not like this episode?
Isn't this like ranked as one of the worst finales of Doctor Who? Or like modern Doctor Who?
What is this?
Is it
I've
not?
never
Am I
heard it.
crazy?
I feel we were talking Wedding of River Song. Sure, if we're talking Battle of
I said
Ranskorav
one
Polis.
of. I didn't say
sure.
the worst.
I don't think. Really? The Whispermen are fantastic.
I said I think the internet does.
Troy, why would
Mr.
you think
Crispy.
that? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Am I being gaslit here? What's going on?
I am. I'm just shocked. I've never really heard that much negative about this.
I've never
I
heard
think,
much love for it, is my thing.
Wow.
I really like this episode.
Dude.
As you said, the Whispermen are so cool.
I eat it up. I was
Paternoster
so
Gang
happy.
come back, River Song, 11th Doctor River Song, I Always See You.
The conclusion, and this is like it's the conclusion of Clara's arc. Like this is the mystery, I suppose. And I was very satisfied. You can throw in some, fan service for the 50th with having Clara rock up with each of the doctors. Great, great stuff. The ending for this with John Hurt. Oh my word. Oh my word. That
amazing.
That was also a very, very late, last-minute addition to the script, because there are versions of this where it could have been Tennant, could have been Christopher Eccleston. Yeah, there's all kinds of things, but they made it work, and everyone was so excited for the 50th after this one. And I think the highlight for this episode for me is the dual meaning of the Doctor has a secret he will take to the grave, and the grave being the secret. No.
Well, sorry if I'm going to be picky with you, Chris.
Yeah,
if I'm gonna be picky.
what was it? Sorry.
It was the Doctor has a secret he will take to his grave, and it is discovered.
And it is discovered.
But they're not
yeah,
talking about the secret. They're talking about the grave.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, no, sorry, I butchered the quote.
Listen, mate, you're gonna go to quotes. I'm the quote man. Okay? Do you think I care for this podcast so little that letting you slide quotes the wrong way would make a difference?
Nice.
That needs work.
Thank you.
That needs work.
And also the the whole, like, it being called The Name of the Doctor, all of us as fans knowing that this episode is called The Name of the Doctor, you know, you see it in the title and you go, oh my gosh, there's something going to happen here. They talk about a big secret, and then the final line in this episode is, you know, not in the name of the Doctor. I did what I did, yada yada, but not in the name of the Doctor. That's like Moffat cooked. Moffat.
It's that clip of the guy writing with flames, like he did it perfect.
He
perfect.
did. Like, so I'm happy for an S. Where in the S do you want to put it?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I think this is I truly think this is one of the greatest finales ever. Hot take.
That is a hot take. I was not expecting that.
I think it's fantastic.
I was expecting you to push for A, not for S.
But I'm just looking at this list, I'm like, it doesn't belong in A. It does not belong in A.
I'm down. I'm down. I'm fine
I don't
with
think
that.
that's a hot. Let us know. Am I insane in the comments below?
I think you're slightly insane, but I love it and I agree.
I
wouldn't be your friend if I didn't think you were insane, fella. No,
I'd put it low.
I mean, I've said to you, one of my favorite parts of this episode is easily the scene where Clara is explaining the vision and like the conference call to the 11th Doctor, and she looks away for a second, talking about Trenzalore, looks back, and he's just completely breaking down. Like, that's how acting.
That's how you effectively make the Doctor cry. Like, if the Doctor that did that every episode, that it might not be as impactful. But Matthew chews up the scenery. Matthew Smith.
Oh,
you beautiful, boy.
One big complaint this episode gets is, Clara's inserting herself into every previous episode of Doctor Who, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. I like to see it as, the threats that she's trying to stop along the timeline are ones that the Doctor, for the most part, doesn't even realise are happening. They show us a few she directly interacts with. Like, I know the most egregious one is people going, she shouldn't have been telling William Hartnell which TARDIS to steal. And like, okay, whatever. You want to be picky about that, fine. But I like to think most of the things the Great Intelligence goes to do along the Doctor's timeline are things that like are happening, but Clara jumps in just in time to stop the Doctor even seeing it.
Yeah.
That's how I like to think about it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. But no. I think it's a strong episode. Yeah, you've put it right at the bottom of S tier. I'm all right with that. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Completely.
Cool. All right, let's.
I'm just stunned. I was not expecting that at all.
Dude, it's peak. It's great.
Speaking of peak.
Oh boy, let's listen to William for a second. Hello, William.
Okay.
So if you played my last one, you'll know now that Matt Smith and Capaldi, that's where I dropped off Doctor Who, so I don't have key memories. But I am watching it now. Day of the Doctor, fantastic episode. John Hurt played the Doctor really well, and obviously David Tennant. Yeah, I can't really say much. It's because I didn't watch much of Series 7, but Night of the Doctor, Day of the Doctor, best episodes because they're anniversary specials.
Thank you.
Just because they're anniversary specials,
just because they are.
I mean, I agree. No, I mean, yeah, we aren't even mentioning Night of the Doctor here, but that would be S tier if that was in this tier list. Mr. Paul McGann getting
one of the
10 minutes to
greatest
shine.
mini episodes, far out, covers so much.
All right, look, we can sit here and wax lyrical about Day of the Doctor as much as we want. I'm sure we could. But if we're being completely real here, Crispy, we know it's going in S tier. The biggest question is how far up in S tier is it going? So what are you thinking?
Look, man, there's just a million and one things to love about this episode. It's fan service done right. Because like there are
fan service done fantastically.
It's not accessible. I've known people in my life. My girlfriend went to the cinemas to watch this episode. She had no idea what was going on, but she went. Yeah, that's how popular it was.
Oh wow! Yeah, because you wouldn't have known each other all the way back then. My goodness.
Yeah. Oh, maybe she just watched it on TV. I can't remember, but she's definitely seen this episode before, which I find insane that it's a 50th thing.
It's like a big moment in history, right?
Yeah. And so it was just such a cultural moment. It's one of the most watched televised things. Got Guinness World Records up the wazoo. Tennant Smith
written
together.
Beautifully. David Tennant's amazing. Stop commenting on his flipping hair. It is so irritating. His hair's a bit flat. Get over yourselves. Honestly, I know this is a me problem, but the amount of times I see people whine about the fact that his hair's flat in this episode, that annoys me far more than his hair not being sticky-uppy. I don't get why people care. Well, I suppose I do get why people care so much. The Doctor Who fans, we all are. But, like, it just never bothered me. Like, it always bothered me more seeing people moan about it. I don't know. I'm being petty. This is my vending channel. Sorry.
Yeah.
David Tennant's fantastic. John Hurt is fantastic. All three of them have phenomenal chemistry. The scene in the prison cell, how many children were there on Gallifrey? Absolutely just phenomenally written.
Oh, my word.
I thought bringing back a classic villain like the Zygons, as well as having, like, the Doctor and, like, from the past, I was like, these are some weird choices for the anniversary special. I remember thinking that. And there were 3 different things happening at the same time. And I was like, this doesn't sound like it's going to be that amazing. It sounds like it's a bit too much. Then you watch it, and it's like, oh, it's perfect.
Yeah,
Absolutely perfect.
It's incredible. It's so good.
So, even though I feel like we talked about this less than other episodes, I think like we don't need to in some ways because it just stands on its
everyone
own
knows
as just this
one.
fantastic piece of television. But, Crispy, you've ranked S tier just as a bit of a context around it. We have Pandora Opens as the best episode. That was my fault, and I agree with it still. Then Vince to the Doctor, then Day of the Doctor, and then the 11th Hour.
That's just kind of the vibe I was
So you think
getting.
Vincent is better than Day of the Doctor?
I think so. I think the Vincent and the Doctor is... it doesn't have as much ground to cover. I think Dave the Doctor covers so much ground and does it incredibly well. But I think Vincent and the Doctor is one of the greatest stories in Doctor Who history. Like, it's just incredibly well told and resonates with everyone. Like,
I'll back it.
And I think it is a better episode of Doctor Who. But have I rewatched Vincent and the Doctor more? No. What, you don't think so? You think Dave
I don't know. Objectively, I don't know. But I'm going to agree with the placement because if I think about it too much, I'll probably fight it.
Sure.
And so, Crispy,
oh
we've been recording for an hour and 10.
Yeah, the time is here, my friend.
It's getting late over here, and you've got work soon, my boy. So we finish with The Time of the Doctor, Matt Smith's final episode.
Interesting.
I've always loved this one. I think the problem this episode has is I think in some ways you don't realise quite how much it's going to tie together all of Matt Smith's era until you look back at it in retrospect.
Too much to do, unfortunately.
I think it does more than it needed to do. I don't know if it always meant it needed to go back and tie everything together, but
well, I mean, it could have. Moffat could have taken notes from Chibnall years later, where we get introduced to the time. We don't really finish up on the Timeless Child arc at all.
Yeah, true.
In Jodie's finale, but I think Moffat was like, oh gosh, I like we set up a lot. We had the whole silence, we had the cracks in time, we had Silence Will Fall. It does a lot, and I think it does do quite well with the hour it's given. This episode, if any episode deserved an hour and a half, as well as the day of the, it's this one. I really think it would have benefited from a longer runtime, even though it is a Christmas special and a regeneration episode. It's all right. I like the idea of the Doctor staying behind in a place called Christmas and like being there for hundreds of years. I like that idea. I don't know. This episode always just kind of felt a little bit clunky to me.
Really?
Strange. Yeah, I mean, like, what? There's a bit of dialogue where it's like, "Hey, you need a time machine to heat up this turkey." What does that mean?
Okay, that's just a bit of Christmas whimsy at the start. You know? That's just a bit of whimsy.
That line has always bothered me. I'm like, yeah, but you could also let's get an air fryer. Let's get an industrial size air fryer.
Who's putting a roast chicken in an air fryer? Come on.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, if he wanted, kind of heating power.
Oh, you're just saying random things. Okay, how about I put some toothpaste on my Lego bricks?
What?
If you're gonna say random things, I'm gonna join in.
I feel like that. Anyway.
Who puts a roast chicken in an air fryer?
People do that.
Am I just not into air fryer culture?
I've made air fried wings before. I've never done a whole chicken. I don't know if you can do a whole chicken.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just taking a whole chicken and plonking it into an air fryer feels a bit excessive.
Why is
this what we're debating so violently in a tier list episode?
I was just saying, in terms of heating up, my first suggestion would be something like an air fryer or a conventional oven rather
Crispy,
than go
if we're
to
gonna
a time
lock
machine.
in. I want this in S tier, and I want it above Name of the Doctor.
Yeah. Okay. You want it above Name of the Doctor. You want this S tier?
Yes. I was going to say, like, I was waiting for you to question that. I think
Are you crazy?
It is clunky. I think it could do with more time to flesh things out, definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I am really quite impressed at how well he manages to tie everything together despite that. He managed to explain why the TARDIS blows up, how Madame Kavarian breaks off the silence is formed, and why they try to kill the Doctor. Try to bring the Time Lords back and like have consequences of the Day of the Doctor. Have it all come together and be this big culmination, and also dying on Trenzalore. Like, every different series and its series ties together in this special. And even if it is a bit complicated, and I think the biggest downside of it is that, at least for me, only watching it back a couple of times and really thinking about it did I realise how well it ties things together. I think on first watch, it's not as accessible to realise how well it's all tying together. It's a bit too clunky to follow in that sense.
It's much too much, but over time,
I still think as a finale and as a closer to Matt's era, as a Christmas special, one of the least accessible Christmas specials they've ever done, probably the least accessible. But as an episode to end Matt Smith's run, I think is absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love it. And I love his speech of, never tell me the rules. They're against the rules of regeneration. It's
fun.
It's so good. Like
Matt Smith's final regeneration speech is one of my favorite, if not my favorite.
For me, it would be low S tier. I'm fine with that. I think I would put it probably below Angels Take Manhattan, or maybe I'm looking around Angels Take Manhattan as the point as to where I'd balance the episode, somewhere around there, like low S tier.
I think that's insane, but I'm actually happy with it. I think that's crazy, but I am genuinely
slap it in.
And plus, look. If anything, the episode features Capaldi, so it really should go slightly above the Pandora
I like your logic. I like your logic.
But I think we'll stick to reality there. There you go. Look at that.
There we go.
Hey, mate, we did it.
We did it. An hour and 15 minutes. My gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to Google our tier list, because I can't quite remember how it settled for David Tennant. I'm just interested to compare the episodes counts in each tier. I'm just interested. Crispy.
Oh, to see if Matt Smith's era has fared better.
On the whole, is higher rated, yeah. Because I would say, for my nostalgia, I would rate the David Tennant era higher. But it's entirely possible that, looking objectively like we have now, Matt Smith might be better.
Well, there's no episodes in D tier, which, I mean, I think I kind of could have fought for Nightmare in Silver or the Dr. Widow in the Wardrobe to go in D tier. Maybe Closing Time too. But I'm like, looking at it now, I'm pretty happy with this list. What do you think?
Okay. So okay.
What's happened?
So David Tennant had 1 in D tier and 4 in C tier. So Matt Smith has less worse episodes, seeming from what we've ranked, because we have none in D tier and 3 in C. But there were only 11 in B tier, and we've got 15 in B tier for Matt, so more average episodes.
I see.
David Tennant, we have, it looks like approximately 20 episodes in S tier, and we have 16 for Matt, so a few less. And we have 11 in A tier and 10 for Matt. So a bit less in the highs, also a bit less in the lows, and a bit more in the middles. So on the whole, it seems like we're thinking Matt Smith's era might have been slightly more consistent, even if some episodes weren't quite as standout on the whole as David Tennant's. That seems like what we've got up to.
Conclusion to come to, my friend. That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
I was kind of hoping to find that we'd ranked more higher in Matt Smith and be like, oh, the secret twist is that Matt Smith is actually objectively better. I would have loved that.
Era? We could have got a million views.
I would have loved that to be the shock conclusion. Oh well. Like when there's really like unnecessary cliffhangers that keep you watching to next week. Like I just randomly go, Crispy, I'm your long lost brother. Roll credits. If
you ended the episode then, I would have respected that so much.
Damn it! I should have done.
Cuts to our theme.
It would have been so good. Well, Crispy, give us your closing comments.
This is one of my favorite eras of Doctor Who. It's nice going back through this journey with you, Troy, because I know this wasn't necessarily your favorite era of Doctor Who, but hey, it's a fun time, and there is a lot of love to be found in this era. I absolutely adore it. But I think the next time we do this, next week, when we're talking about Capaldi, I think you and I have mutual respect for that era. So it's just S heavy. I've
rewatched that era so much more in the last 5 years that I'm so much more comfortable with where the episodes are going to place. There's a bit of Matt Smith where I've obviously rewatched them, but I feel like I haven't watched his era enough. That's one thing I'm realizing doing this list. I've just heard that apparently Radio Times or BBC, Radio Times posted BBC are going to be screening some what they called classic episodes of Doctor Who.
Yeah,
it's
I
Matt
saw
Smith.
that.
So my mum saw that and texted me and was like, "We're watching them, even if it's out of order with our watch along." And I was like, "Okay, I'm fine with that."
That's cool. That's so cool, man. I'm watching a lot of DVDs because I can't stream anything anywhere, so I'm watching a lot of my old DVD, which is fun. I mean, I love the DVD menus and watching all the little confidentials. It's good. It's good stuff.
To select audio navigation, press enter now.
Now.
Ding! To keep listening to this podcast, press subscribe now.
Oh, we should... You know what we could do, Troy? Let's find the voice actress who does that. And then just have... make her record a little thing for us that says, select subscribe now. I think that would be...
That could be your mission for today, fella. I'm going to go play some Sonic Racing Cross Worlds and sleep.
I will find that voice lady, but I got to go to work. You go to sleep. Let's have a
Ladies and gentlemen,
great day,
thank you for watching this episode of Who's There, a Doctor Who podcast. We'll be back next week where we go for the underdog, the underrated, the absolutely phenomenal era that is the Peter Capaldi era. we will dive in with Series 8 and have a blast of a time. But until then, it is goodbye from Crispy.
See ya.
It's goodbye from me. I don't know what Crispy's doing right now. He's doing some
I'm
dancing.
diving in. I'm diving in.
Crispy, can we finish with a drunk giraffe? See you all next week, everyone. Alonzi, baby, my headphones have slipped off. Goodbye.